同学们好。Great. It is the 17th of April. We're in the middle of Fair Lady Work Shuttles. Last week we did shuttle number 2, so now we're going to do shuttle number 3, which is very much like shuttle number 1. And depending on how it goes, we might just do shuttle number 4 as well. Shuttle number 4 is identical to shuttle number 2. So then we will have done all 4 shuttles. And if there's time at the end, we'll actually do the transition to Grassbird's Tail, but we're not going to rush it. So the thing to think about, just sort of like what's coming up with shuttle number 3, it's very similar, as I said, to shuttle number 1. The one change is that we actually sort of pick up the foot and put it down again, which shows that, you know, we can change our footwork. And there's a little bit less body turning. It's a smaller turn. You're turning your body direction just through 90 degrees. So it's actually the simplest of the shuttles to do. Let's do a little bit of standing practice, then we'll practice the form, and then we'll see if there are any questions, and we'll see how we go from there. So let us begin with some standing practice, and this is the month of April, so we're doing relax the waist this month. Feet shoulder width apart. Find your weight forward and back on the feet, so rock forward and back, then gradually make sure that it's both balls and heels. You can't lift either. Drop your hips down, and this is this feeling that you get when you bend your knees and sort of sit down on the stool. The part of your back that goes out, that is the waist. That's one way Master Young actually defines the waist. It's the part that moves out when you drop the hips down. So let's go into our posture. Hands up if that's comfortable for you, or down here if it's not. And you know the checks. Actually, we'll just begin with breathing today. So just breathe in and out gently. As you breathe in, the belly expands, and as you breathe out, the belly contracts. So feel your waist relaxed as you drop your hips straight down, and the hips are connected to the waist. So as you relax your waist, you adjust your hips, and at the same time the relax the waist is also connected to absorbing the chest. So let's do that one. So feel the elbows extending outward, absorb the chest and slightly round the back. So both relax the waist and absorb the chest, give you more space in your abdomen for belly breathing. And as you're here, check that you haven't tightened up. Soften any muscles that are getting tense, because you want to be relaxed, which is springy, not limp, but not stiff either. So feel the softening. Now feel your head rising up, crown of the head going up. Feel your waist relaxing down so that you're getting this whole vertical extension of the spine up and down. And as your head goes up, also the shoulder blades sink and the elbows drop. From here, let's go into bow stance. So perform a bow stance, and we'll do a forward bow stance because that's the one that we have for all the shuttles. So you're 60-40, 45 degrees and straight, 60-40 weight distribution, forward knee slightly is bent but not over the toes, back leg is straight but not locked, torso is tilted forward slightly. And as you are forward here, Concentrate on your waist, the lower back, and adjust your hips to try and open up your abdomen and lengthen the spine. So your head is still, the crown of your head is still going out, the front of your head is still vertical, your torso is inclined slightly. And feel that you can push forward and back with both legs. You have push and support. So now let's change to the other side. Shift weight back, bring the front foot back, put it down at 45 degrees, step out the front foot, push with the back leg, heel ball toe, bend knee. Another thing we talk about, you know, the heels and the ball a lot. When you're in a bow stance, we also want the toes gently touching the ground. We're not gripping. Some styles actually talk about gripping, but we don't. But the toes, because you want as much surface of the foot as possible, toes are resting on the ground. Relax the waist, so drop the hips. Feel the abdomen opening up, with the head extending up, and the chest absorbing, lengthen the spine. Another 30 seconds. Soften, open, extension. All the joints. You're relaxing not just the waist, but all your joints. And you can't extend the bones, but feel as if the limbs are extending. Okay. And come forward, and just to come out of this, raise the arms, press down, bend the knees, rotate, lift, breathe in, breathe out, pressing down, rotate and lift. This is the last one. Press down, breathe out, bend the knees, pause for a moment, straighten the legs, hands by the sides of your legs. Okay, there we are. Any questions so far? Good, thank you. Let's practice, because we're beginning to move into the third section now. I'm not going to go fetch things in the middle of the second section. We're just going to start at cross hands at the beginning of the third section, and I'll just call the form. We'll do it a couple of times, and I will put my little marker down. So I'm going, assuming that's the front of the room for you, I'm going in the same direction as you. Cross hands. Third section. Embrace tiger. Return to the mountain. Think about relax the waist as you do this. In each posture, in each movement, press. Try to find how you relax the waist. Push. Diagonal single whip. Wild horse, parting mane. 1. 2. 3. 'Grassbird's tail, ward off left. 'Ward off right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Fair Lady work shuttles. 1. 2. And stop there. Okay. Are there any questions? Yes, please, Lorraine.
I need more practice on shuttle number 2.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to probably be spending 15-20 minutes on that today. Yep. No, absolutely. That's very high on the agenda. But before we do that, let's just practice it through again, knowing that we will be doing a lot of practice on shuttle number 2, and thanks for underlining it, Lorraine. I'll call a few cues as we do it this time, and see if there's if that raises any questions for you or any revelations. I'm going to change direction. I'm going to face you this time. Start here. Okay, we're in cross hands. Okay, embrace tiger, return to the mountain, shift slightly to the right, turn the left toe almost to straight, sit down, extend the right arm, arms close and step inside corner, brush and push. Roll back, shifting weight back, raise the right hand to the shoulder, now pressing out with the right hand as the left hand comes back, roll to the left. Press, the usual, curl in, pushing forward, push, straighten, sitting back, keep the palms shoulder width apart, and as you push out, follow a curve, keep the palms vertical. Single whip. Diagonal single whip. Sit back the palms, pull across, the right toe goes to the front. Now a hook goes to the side because it's diagonal single whip. Step out to the corner, check your torso is vertical. This is single whip. Fair Lady, no, a wild horse parts its mane. Shifting weight to the right, turn the left toe more than corner, almost to straight. Arms don't change now. Sitting back, weight, close the arms, step out the right foot inside the corner. With body turning, sweep up the right hand, left hand in front of your body. Number 2, shift back, weight slightly. With body turning, open the right toe, turn and grab the right hand. Close and step, looking over your right elbow. Now looking to the left, following the left palm, sweep it up. Number 3, shift back, weight slightly. With body turning, open the left toe, rotate the left arm. Close and sweep up the right with body turning. Don't just open the arms. Grass bird's tail. Shift weight back, turn the left toe to the front right corner. Arms don't change. Now sitting back, close the arms and in, step out, ward off, left. Torso vertical, left arm to the side. Ward off right, shift weight slightly, turn the right toe in, right arm, left arm goes to the right. Now, sitting back, grab and pull to the left side. Close the arms and step, ward off, right. Check that your right elbow's in line with the right knee. Roll back, arms rotate from the beginning to the end. Sitting back, weight, Make sure that your body is tilted in the direction of your front leg. Press, close the arms, pressing out. Push, square the chest to the side. Arms come back over the ball and straight back up and out again. Single whip, shift back weight, flatten the palms. Now separate the arms, pulling with the left. The right foot turns through 135 degrees, pressing down as the hands come past the hips. Make a hook. Step out, left hand to 45, then left hand deflects and strike out. Fair Lady works shuttles. Number 1, shifting back weight, left arm comes around. You're going to end with both arms to the right side corner. Now 2, shift back weight, chest goes to the front, step. Shuttle, right arm is to the corner, step out, hold the baby, chest to the side, strike, chest to the corner. Number 2, shift back weight, push down across the diagonal to the corner. Now pull, turn the left toe in, step around, behind you, open and strike. Okay, we'll spend a lot of time on that last movement. Anything that you want to talk about before that? Yes, Rogelio.
It's a detail I was probably not aware of or had forgotten. When you finish oil horse mane and going to grasping the bird's tail, you say that you turn almost to the front.
Okay, so actually the chest turns almost to the front, but let me just make sure we're on the same page. So I'm going to sort of face this direction. So I've done number 3 here. So I sit back, wait, and turn the right toe to the front right corner. Now I'm going to close the arms. And I'm going to step. And it's so I'm going to come around to here. As I close, you can see my chest, as I close my arms, my chest is coming towards the front because that's where the opponent is. I'm going to close and step. Then I'm going to do the lift and turn my body to the side.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, the foot stays towards the corner, and it's just the torso that briefly.
Yes. Yes, and it's no big deal if you don't find it immediately. But yeah, because if you think about it, what you're doing is your opponent is coming from over here and you have to get their arm here and then do this movement. So you are turning towards them and then turning back. And if you think about how we do it at the beginning of the form, we're already pretty square, and as we sit here, our chest is already almost to square. Then we do the close, and our chest is not to the front, it's slightly to the corner, but it is sort of here. And so this turning of the chest as we come around is what we're trying to show when we do. And we'll see the same thing when we go from shuttles to grass bird's tail ward off left. It's the same, very similar movement. And again, you know, the chest comes around a bit. It doesn't go to square, but it does come a bit to the left.
Oh, okay. But the arm movement is different, right, in that transition?
Yes, the arm movement is different in that transition. And let's not talk about that now. Let's deal with that when we get there. But yep, it is different.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah.
The second shuttle, when we turn and we face the back, and our hands are like, how wide are they?
Yes. Good question. So, I think they're about like this. If you're looking from the top, it would be sort of like this. It's not like this. It's like this. But it's not like this either. So it's not this open, because then you can't do the shuttle the shuttle under because you've got no extra turning in the shoulder. So when we come around, it's about like this. The forearms are straight to the front, but the upper arms are sort of curving out. Yeah, sort of. So let me. So if I do this and I turn, I think it's something like this. Just so that you can see the top. Does that answer the question?
Yes.
Okay, good. And so that's a wonderful segue because now we're going to review shuttle number 2. And let's just start with going in the same direction as you. Right, so we've done, so this is like going to, turning to the back. So we've done shuttle number 1, remember, so we're in a left bow stance to that corner. Then we're going to come around and we're going to end up in a right bow stance to the other corner. So that's what all the footwork is going to do. I'll review the standard footwork and then we'll talk about the accommodation that we were talking about last week, and we'll practice that a few times, Lorraine, just so that you can lock it in. But those of you who are comfortable doing the standard footwork should just do the standard footwork. Okay. So let's try doing the footwork here. So we're in a left bow stance. Shift weight back. Pivot on the left heel. The left foot turns all the way to the back. Shift back. Step out to the corner with the right foot. Shift your weight forward. Close the left foot. So now you can see you're in a right bow stance. And I'm going to change my setup so that you can see my feet better. So we're going to do it in this direction. So I'm going to do it in this direction. So I started in my left bow stance. Shift my weight back, turn the left foot all the way to the up. I'm going to go backwards a bit because I'm going to end up stepping there, right? So here's my bow stance. Shift weight back, turn the left foot in, step behind me, so you can now see my right foot is to the corner, bring the left foot in, and the left foot is to the side. Because I'm in a bow stance to the corner. So to have a 45 degrees, if my right foot's to the corner, left foot's to the side. Is that still making sense? Okay, so now Lorraine, let's talk about how we get there if at the moment we can't actually do that full turn. So shift weight back, turn the left foot as start a bit further back. Shift weight back, turn the left foot as far as it'll go. Step behind yourself and put your left foot down so that your left foot is to the side. Your left foot is pointing to the side, and then step out into your bow stance. So essentially you're going to start in a left bow stance, pivot the right foot as far, pivot the left foot as far as it'll go, and then walk the left foot around, put it down where you want it to be, which is pointing to the left, and then step out. So that's going to be the footwork. One more time. We're in a left bow stance, shift weight back, turn the left toe as far as it'll go, step behind with the right, step the left foot around, check, left foot to the side, step out into a bow to the corner. Good. Are we good with that? Good. Excellent. So now let's talk about the arm movements. And then we'll talk about the body turns. So we start with a left bow stance to the corner, left hand up, right hand striking out. Yep. Shift weight back with body turning, press both arms down. Now with body turning, I'm going to do the standard footwork. Pivot all the way around. When your left foot's to the back, both arms are pointing to the back. Now rotate both arms as you step behind you. When your heel touches down, your arms are crossed. Foot flattens, ward off out. Knee bend, strike. Let's do that again in the standard way. So we're in left bow stance, left hand up, right hand striking. Shift weight back, both arms pushed down, press down. Turn. When the foot's to the back, both arms are straight to the back. As I come around and step, both arms rotate, shuttle right under left. Heel touch, arms crossed, foot flat, ward off, knee bend, strike. Okay, now let's do the accommodation footwork. So we're going to start in a left bow stance. Press down. Start your turn. Turn your left foot as far as it'll go. Walk it around. Put the left foot going to the side, and then as you step out with the right foot, shuttle so that you're closed here. Arms are closed, heel is out. Foot flattens, ward off out, knee bend, strike. Again. I'll be a little bit clearer this time, I hope. So we're in the left hand up, press down. Come around as far as it'll go. As you walk it around, shuttle the right arm under the left so that when you're out here, your arms are crossed. Foot flattens, ward off out, knee bends, strike. And I am going to change things a little bit, and I'm going to do it in this direction. Maybe you can see a little bit better here. So I'm going to start. So I'm a right bow stance to that corner. Sorry, no, it's shuttle one. I'm in a left bow stance. Footwork, I'm going to come all the way around, step to here, and then I'm going to do a strike. Okay, so left bow stance. Let's do it the standard way first. Shift weight back, press down with both palms. Pivoting, arms come to the back. Shifting weight, shuttle the arms. Step out, arms crossed. Foot flat, ward off out. Knee bend, strike. And what I'd like you to remember is we come around, we shuttle. Which one is this? I always have to think which one we're talking about. Yes, right shuttles under left. When I'm warding off out, this arm, and now your left arm in this case, is actually pointing to the left side corner. You're warding off, this arm is already pointing to the left side corner, so that when you strike, it just goes straight in the direction of the corner. So make sure that it's like pointing in the direction you want it to go. Okay, let's do that again, and now we'll do it with the accommodation. So we're in our left bow stance. Shift weight back, push down both palms. Start circling as far as it'll go. As you walk it around, rotate both arms, shuttle, step left foot to the side, shuttle under, step out, heel out, arms crossed. Foot flat, ward off out, and then strike as the knee bends. Again. Starting in left bow stance to the corner. Shift weight back, press both down. Turn. Walk it around, shuttle under, so that when the heel steps out, your arms are crossed. Foot flattens, arm out, knee bend, strike. Okay? How's that working? That's working. Good. Now let's just review, and this one is relatively straightforward, but I just want to make sure we review this too, and I'll do it in this direction first. I want you to, we've talked about the footwork, we've talked about the arm movements. I want you to just think about what the waist turns are, because as you know, the power is going to come from the waist turns. So we are in a left bow stance to the one direction. Actually, I think I want to change direction. I want to change direction to here. because I want to talk about the body turning. So I'm in my left bow stance to the one direction. As I press down, you can see my chest is to the corner. As I'm pressing down, you can see my chest is going to the side. So there's actually, you can see the whole of the front of my chest here. As I press down, you can't see it at all anymore because it's turned through 45 degrees. So this press down movement where somebody's striking towards you and you're going to grab and pull, it's driven through body turn. So this is a body turn here. Okay, so we're here. Left bow stance. Shift weight back with body, so from chest to the corner, chest to the side. Now, pivot. When your arms are to the back, your chest is to the back. Shift weight back, shuttle, step. When you step, your chest is sort of to the side. When you ward off out, your chest is still to the side, but this arm, which you now can't see, is pointing towards the corner. And so my chest goes from the side to the corner. So here is another strike. And you can see here I'm actually driving at my back foot. If you can see, my back foot is coming in from being to the back of the room to being to the side. My back foot is turning through 90 degrees. My knee is bending. My chest is turning through 45 degrees. And as you know, our coordinate upper and lower essential starts from the feet, goes through the legs, through the waist, into the arms. You can actually see that here because I'm actually using the turn from my feet, through my legs, through my waist, and then the strike is going into the arms. Okay, let's do that a couple of times, and then I'll talk about one more thing and I'll have a look at how it's going. Left bow stance to the corner. Okay, so as you're here, let me just a reminder, so relax the waist. Now, shifting weight, body turn, press down. Turn to the back, chest to the back. Shuttle under. Close and step, chest to the side. Open and strike. Stepping on my little marker here. And again, this time with the accommodation footwork. And again, in our starting position now, think about head up, shoulders down. As you're doing this, make sure your shoulders aren't up. Keep your shoulders down. Shift weight back, press down. Turn. As you walk it around, shuttle left foot to the side. Right arm is going to shuttle under left as you step out. Left arm is pointing to the corner. Foot flattens. This arm is still pointing to the corner. Knee bend. Strike. Okay. Last thing I just want to remind you of is with all of them, the beginning and the end is the same. And so I just want to remind you. So when we start, for example, here, and I'm going to face you, so that I'm actually facing the diagonal here, I'm actually pressing down across this line of my front foot. So my palms are in front of my body across this diagonal line. And they're sort of, if I tilt forward to fake a camera in the ceiling, it looks something like this. So you can see the arms are sort of at 90 degrees, and there's this straight line across the palms, and that's your opponent's forearm. So sitting back, pressing down, yeah, that's right. And then as you pull over, start pulling, imagine you're pulling with the right arm, Rogelio. So you've come from here, you pull down, now pull, feel that, grab and pull with the left, pull it around. Yeah, that's right. Pulling, yes, then you're going to shuttle. Now, then the last thing, which is the same for all of them, and here we're finishing with a right, is I'll do it in this direction. The rate at which our palm changes from palm facing back to palm facing forward is constant all the way through. So we don't do this, in other words, do it at the end, and we don't turn it at the beginning and then just push out. Essentially, as the body turns, we straighten it. At the same time, you know, this whole forearm is rotating from this ward-off position to this ward-off position. So try and keep that strike out a nice smooth movement, yeah, and end with the palms sitting as you come out. Yeah, that's nice. Laura, can you maybe, when you finish, have your palm, so let's say you're here, so here, it's sitting, perhaps a little bit more, yeah, like that. So yes, it's the same position, and if that feels too tight, so let me show you like this. If my palm is out, if my arm is out straight and I just flex my wrist, it's really hard for me to get that nice sitting movement. Drop my elbow slightly and turn the palm in slightly. So this will give you that sitting movement. So you can see here, my palm isn't facing completely to the front. It's actually turned in slightly. That'll allow me to get that nice sitting movement. That looks really nice, Laura. That looks really nice. Yeah, and you also found the slight bend in the elbow, which also helps, which makes it look really nice. And just to state the obvious, this is something we know. This is like brush knee and push. This is the same this is the brush knee position. It's the same thing. The only difference between brush knee and Fair Lady Work Shuttle ending posture is that in brush knee, the left hand is, the bottom hand is by the knee. In shuttle, it's above the head, but this arm that's doing the striking is identical. Do shuttle number 2 and I'll watch you. And of course, go ahead.
Okay, so when we back to turning around the back.
Yes.
And we're going under.
Yes.
Do we kind of like dive under? Dive under versus kind of like roll ourselves under?
Yes. I love that question. Thank you, Laura. I also hate the question because it means I wasn't clear enough. So there's a sense of self-incrimination here. But yeah, so it's Master Young uses the words horizontal circle, horizontal rotate. So you're actually doing this. So they're actually, so you've done the pull. You're doing the pull. That's the rotate. That's the shuttle. So from here, as the arms open, both palms go up, upper, under, lower, open, and strike. Yeah. So you're doing the pull. Palms are down. As the arms open, one arm goes forward and the other arm, and actually, so let's just practice this and we'll go from side to side because we do this on both sides, so we don't actually have to worry about mirroring or any of that. Just do it. Let's just do it any old way. So we're here, so we've palm down. So if you're mirroring me, stretch out your left hand, your right arm is bent, shuttle right under left, open, okay, and strike. Okay, so now you're going to pull down, open. So this was where we were before, so now we're going to do the other side. Right arm out, left arm back, shuttle left under right, horizontally, open, and strike. Push down, open, Shuttle right under left. Open. Strike. Push down. Shuttle left under right. Down. Right. Sorry, I may be getting confused here. Right, this is right under left. Press down. Now left under your right. And so it's the same thing. So you're just going from one side to the other, but it's the same on both sides. And we're going to get a chance to practice it here in shuttle number 3, but on the other side. Does that make sense, Laura? Okay, that makes sense. So let me just watch you do shuttle number 2. Just to underline what you were asking about, Laura, when the arms are open and we're going to shuttle, it's not a downward scoop. We try and go as horizontally as we can. And again, it's similar to when we do apparent closing up from parry, block, and punch. It's the same kind of horizontal shuttle. The other thing that I just want to mention for some of us is it's an example of yin yang. When we finish in this posture and we've done the push and the strike, you can, so this is to the corner. What I want you to notice is the relative position of the upper hand and the lower hand. Some of us are good on this, some of us, I just want you to be aware that the lower hand is further forward than the upper hand. So they're not both out here. One is here and one is here. If you just take this arm and it goes up, so it's yin yang. One is forward, one is back. And in fact, if you think about it here, when we go from this movement, so this upper one is back, when I press down, the upper one is now forward and the lower one is back. So they've changed places. Again, yin becomes yang, yang becomes yin. So let's do this shuttle number 2 again. The thing that I want you to focus on, if you're not working on something else, is when you've done the pull, do the pull, the arms are going to open, horizontally rotate, and then horizontally cross. So they're going to horizontally cross here. So try not to have your arms come out of that plane. Yes, like that, Rogelio, very nice. Yes. The other thing that I just want to mention is make sure that we have the weight distribution, that you don't shift your weight forward too soon. So let me just talk about what I mean. I'll do it in this direction. It's actually the second half of the movement, so I'll get there. So press down, stop a little bit further back. Press down, turn. Shuttle, my weight's on the left. Cross and step, weight's on the left. Ward off out. Look, my weight is still mostly on the left. My left leg is still bent. The right leg is straight, but I've still got most of my weight, and it's only when I strike that I move my weight forward. Bottom line, don't move your weight forward too soon. Yep, good. Let's do that a few more times. So we are, and I'll go in this direction for now. Yep, like that. Left bow stance to the corner. Shift weight back, press down both palms. Shifting weight to the right, pull. Left foot to the back. Now shift your weight onto the left, arms horizontally rotate and horizontally shuttle. Heel touch, arms crossed, foot flatten, ward off right, but keep your weight on the left. Bend knee, strike. And as you strike, make sure your left arm rotates at a constant speed. Do that again. Left bow stance, strike. Shift weight back, pressing down. Keep shifting weight to the right, pull around. Shuttle, right under left, heel touch, arms crossed, foot flat, arm open, knee bend, strike. Again, and this time I'll talk through the accommodation footwork. So, shift weight back, press down. Pulling, left foot comes around as far as it goes. Now walk it around, right foot behind the left, step the left foot, start shuttling the right arm. As you step out into the bow with the right foot, right arm is under left, foot flattens, ward off out, knee bends, strike. Again. Shift weight back, press down. Pull. Don't open the arms too much because you want to walk it around some way for you to do the shuttle. Heel out, arms crossed, foot flat, arm out, knee bend, strike. Okay, two things. One, we talked a little bit about last week. I just want to reiterate it. There's a temptation when we do, so we've come around here and we're going to do the strike. There's a temptation to get carried away and strike too much. I'm exaggerating. None of you are doing this. But there is a temptation to strike too much, and this is when your hip goes out. So make sure, and another way to know that you've gone too far is if your chest is more than corner, you've gone too far. So your chest doesn't go more than pointing at the corner here. And make sure that you are in a nice solid bow stance like this. And I'll show what the exaggeration, if you strike too much, you end up doing this. I mean, nobody will be like this, but you can see it sometimes. People are like this, and you can see how you're compromising your knees. You're tilted, the hips are out. Your hips are not centered between the heels. Okay. Let's do that a few more times. I'm going to turn things around just so that you get a different angle in case that's helpful. And by the way, we're just going to keep working on shuttle 1 and 2 this week. I don't think we're ready to go on to 3. We're just going to make sure this is locked in. Okay, so we're in shuttle number 1, and we'll actually go back and review shuttle number 1 since we have a bit of time. But let's say we've got to shuttle number 1. Left bow stance, left arm up. Shift weight back, press down. Pull around, left foot turns. Shifting onto the left, arms horizontally, rotate, shuttle horizontally, step out, arms crossed, foot flattens, arm opens, knee bend, strike. Again, left bow stance to the corner, accommodation footwork. Shift weight back, press down. Pull, left foot as far as it goes, then just walk it around, end up with your left foot pointing to the side, shuttle the right arm under, step out with the heel. Open the arms, flatten the foot, but keep the weight back. Bend knee, strike. Again, standard footwork. Shift weight back, press down. Pull around. Keep moving constantly. Step, open, and strike. Again, so one of the challenges, so this time, if you're beginning to, so actually, Laura, for just seeing what you were doing there is, like, it looked as if you were a little bit like this. Try and think about, this is protecting your head, this is striking out. They're not both here. One is here, one is forward. You're looking good, Lorraine. Yep. Yes, and that looks great, Rogelio. Yes, good. And now, since you gave us a demo, Rogelio, one of the things that I noticed, and you can check for yourself whether this is in fact happening, I may not be seeing it correctly, but it looked to me as if, and I'm turning through 45 degrees, so I'm facing the diagonal now. When you press down, your arms were like this rather than like this. So make sure that when you press, and in fact, if you think about the body turning, that'll help. If you turn your body to the right, it'll take your right palm backwards so that it ends up here, not here. So you can see as I rotate my body, my right palm moves into the right position. So with body turning, press down. Yeah, bend the right elbow a little bit more, Helio. Yeah, and have both palms in the same plane. You're pressing down into a plane in front of you. Yeah. Now pull. Yes, and shuttle. Yeah. Very nice. Okay. Good. Now what I'd like to do is just back up and let's just review shuttle number 1. And then we'll do 1 and 2 and we'll finish. So I'm going to go in the same direction as you first, and then I'll turn it around because you can't see. Actually, no, I'm going to turn it around anyway because you really can't see very much if I'm going in the same direction as you. Okay, so shuttle number 1. We're starting in single whip. So shift weight back, turning the left toe in, the left arm curls around and you end with both arms to the side. Shift weight back, pull back the left arm, rotate the right arm, step with the right foot to the side. Shifting weight forward, left arm shuttles under right arm is pointing at the corner. Open, stepping to the corner, heel touch, arms open, knee bend, strike. Do that again. Single whip. Shift weight back. Left arm horizontally circles, scoops across as the left toe turns in, both arms to the side. Shifting weight to the left. Left arm pulls to the left, chest to square, right arm rotates. Step. Right arm comes into the diagonal, left arm shuttles under right. Heel touch, ward off. Knee bend, strike. Again. So, shift weight back, turn the left toe in, look to the side, sit back, open the chest, step, now chest to the corner as you shuttle. As you open up, chest goes to the side, as you strike, chest comes back to the corner. Again, single whip. Turn, 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 turn. Chest is probably about to the corner here. As you sit back and pull the left arm back, chest goes to the front. Step with the right foot to the side. Cross the arms, chest to the corner. Open the arms, chest to the side. Strike out, chest to the corner. Now, what I just want to remind you of, so now we've done 1 and 2, something we talked about at the end, is just to remind you that the coordinations are different. So we're going to do 1 and 2 together now, and I just want you to notice that they're different and not be fazed by it. Maybe I'm the only person in the world that gets fazed by this because I belabor it, but anyway. So for example, so if we're doing 1, when I start a bit further back here, so I'm going to come around, heel touch, my arms are open. Then I bend knee and strike. But when I go to number 2, turn, shuttle, heel touch, my arms are closed. Foot flattens, arms out, strike. So you can see that in number 1, when the heel touches, you're in ward off. In number 2, you're not in ward off until the foot is flat. So they are different. Let me watch you just do number 1 and 2. The only thing that I wanted to draw your attention to, and this is not something that everybody's struggling with right now, is in number 2, it's the going from the arms crossed. So with number 2, after we've started, as I'm going to start in this direction. So I've come around, arms are crossed here. My arms are going to go out. I'll turn through 45 degrees in a second, and then I'm going to strike. So it's actually, the arms are out, and then the arms strike. So when you land, it's here. Actually, when you land, the arms are here. Heel out, arm forward, knee bend, strike. So for number 2, be clear that your arms are crossed. I'll come around this way. Arms are crossed when the heel touches. When the foot is flattened, ward off. When you knee bend, strike. So just be very clear on that coordination. It's looking really good. It's really coming together. I'm glad we actually were able to refine some of this. Are there any other last questions? That's looking good. Laura, you're looking puzzled.
Oh, we added the new thing in for me.
Okay, the keeping of the horizontal, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So that kind of screws me all up from that point on right now.
Right, because
I'll it and I'll get it down. But
yeah.
I just kind of get stuck from there, and then I have to kind of figure it.
Right. Yes. So what you might
after I get stuck, it's all goofed up.
Yeah. Yeah. So, this is. So I'm not mirroring now. But, this might be an exercise you just want to do. So you do the pull, you do the shuttle. You do the pull, you do the shuttle. And try and keep that right arm horizontally. So, the arms are crossing like this. So open, shuttle. Yep. Yes, right. And if you can, the shuttle is actually quite high, so it's elbow to lower forearm, upper arm. So it's not shuttling just here. It's just like when we do apparent closing up. We shuttle here because we want a nice good run up to do the strip. Yeah, that's nice, Lorraine. Yes, Rogelio.
In the first one, Fair Lady number 1. When you briefly square the torso towards the front, is when you pull the weight back.
Okay, let's
I missed that squaring.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So I'm turning.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm now, most of my weight's on the right.
Right.
As I shift my weight to the left, you can see my left arm is coming back. The right hook is releasing and my weight is shifting onto the left. So you got it. It's with this shift. And the reason why you do the shift is so you can step. Right? You have to shift your weight over so you can step with this foot and then you're going to step through into your bow.
But you could shift the weight back and not straight the torso. So
yes, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we're trying to avoid doing, because you could just, so let's see, how would you do that? Yeah, you could just do this and leave this arm just hanging here.
Yeah.
Now, so then the question is, why don't we do that? And the reason we don't do that is we do this so that we actually can close again. Right? So in order to close, we need to open first. Right, so we and actually in order to open we close, yin yang, right? So we start open, close, open, close, open. They just go yin-yang symbol, one into the next, into the next.
Good.
Nice point. Great point. And
Because sometimes I hit that trading and then I didn't realize why. Because you could go without it, but now I see it. Okay.
Good. So let's finish, and we'll do the announcements afterwards. Okay. 同学们，再见。
老师，再见。